When you go to get a piercing, you can imagine the type of people that you encounter. A very wide variety. I had an experience with a client the other day, okay, and I'm getting more of these types of experiences. Look, I'm easygoing. You guys know that I am. I'm like the nicest, easiest person to get along with, but there's just like this air of entitlement that comes with some people that is like, I'm human too, right? So like it's a lot to handle. Now, I can safely say that the vast majority of people are so freaking nice, so much fun, just honestly make my job so freaking easy. But there is a small percentage of people that just make the whole experience incredibly uncomfortable, incredibly awkward. They come in and they have a great posture. I'm kind of jealous of their posture, if I'm being honest. And they just looking around, and I'm not really sure what they're looking for or looking at, but I can already get this vibe from them that like, oh gosh, they might be a little difficult to deal with. Maybe I don't know, maybe I'm judging too soon. Start talking, they have an appointment, they're wanting to get their nose pierced, but they really want something super particular. Yeah, for sure, we can do that. Let's look at some jewelry. We can pick some options out. This is what we have. And they just are looking and they're like, I don't know, is this all you have? And it's like that right there, that tone. I'm just like, is this all we have? I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, this is our collection here. We've got different gemstones, we've got different styles. We've got some really pretty solids and different shapes. Like, we do have a cute little variety. It's not the biggest variety in the world, but it's a cute variety. So she goes, well, I know what I want. You can help me come up with it. I want a nostril hoop. And she said, I want a charm, and I want it to be in yellow gold, and I want it to dangle 6 millimeters. I swear to God, that's exactly what she said. Like, the part that got me the most is at the end of everything she said, obviously. And I'm like, it's not obvious. I didn't know. And it's just the tone. Like, why are you coming at me like this? And I say, oh my God, okay. I was like, that will be so cute when it's healed. I was like, unfortunately, and I explained why I don't really recommend starting out with hoops in the beginning. They do have to be larger to allow room to swell, so they're not going to give that dainty effect that most people want initially. And I definitely don't recommend a charm on a nostril to start out with. Yeah, I can just imagine all the snags that would happen with that. So I explained that to her. And then she goes, this like little weird laugh under her breath. She goes, okay. She said, well, I've had this twice before. I know how I heal, and I know that I could do it. It's like that air of, I don't know, the air of confidence I think is really like a sexy. Like, I love when someone comes in confident, but it's the arrogance and the entitlement that also came behind that like just really does something to me and makes me feel so uncomfortable. And I'm like, I understand that, and I would definitely respect that, and I'm really glad that you heal so well, but it's just not something that I do initially, but I'd be happy to swap it to that hoop and like come up with a look for you once it's healed. And as you can imagine, she did not like what she was hearing. And I know some of you guys have to think that I make this stuff up. I swear I don't. It's actually crazy, okay? And it's really funny because a client of mine, this was an experience a couple weeks ago. I never made a skit about it. I meant to, but then I just was dealing with like feeling sick for a while, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So anyways, and I had a client that came in and was really crazy, overly talking, touching everything, just like really kind of disturbing everybody. And she was like, girl, she's like, I know you don't lie about your stories, but like, I can't believe I just experienced one. And I thought it was so funny because I'm like, yeah, I deal with all kinds of people. But the moral of the story is it's as a professional, we always have to act professional, but like, where is that line? How really can you draw that line of like, I don't really want to pierce you, because you're, the way you're treating me or acting, and talking to me, which she wasn't overly rude. She was just, the side eyeing and the eye rolling and the huffing and just that, like, it just made me feel uncomfortable. So how do you navigate clients like that, right? I just people please them out the door, right? Because that's all I can do. I could already tell nothing that I was going to say or do was going to please her. She had a specific look in mind. That is what she wanted, and I feel like she's gonna get it no matter what. But you guys would be so proud of me, because I have actually been sticking to my guns and putting my foot down as far as like, you know, fitting people in, you know, anywhere I can fit them in, just to like make them happy. Like, I've been like, no, I'm so sorry, like I don't have room to fit anyone in today. Like, I don't. Like, I've been really like, I don't know, I feel so empowered, because I feel like I'm being more stern, you know? I'm not necessarily people pleasing. It's like I'm practicing it, but it's going good. And I'm trying to understand, you can't please everybody. You literally just can't. If I tried to please every person or make every person happy, like, I would be miserable. So I just know one day I'm gonna get that bad review. So I've always been very proud of my reviews. They mean a lot to me. It just means I'm good at my job and I'm making people happy. But like, I'm just waiting for that one, because I didn't cave to what they wanted.